doing it at the start of this season quite a lot, and then they kind of tapered away from it, but it's been seen a lot, and it's really good versus the Illuminate in particular. As Kevin did say at the end there, you know, the mischief dodges can be pretty clever versus those big telegraphed. And happy Valentine's, by the way, Owen.
Oh, thank you.
I wish we were spending it together. Unfortunately, I'm all the way over here.
No. There's no boundaries. Happy Valentine's. Tuning in.
Except for some of us.
Wait, what? You go. Bottom lane, how we're seeing on the CS. 5 for 0.
Dyer's
Of course,
middle
it's
tower
close.
is under
It's even.
attack.
We've got
It's close.
sticks out on the two of them as S4 got himself a stick out.
He does.
He has. He's prepared. He's ready for those daggers.
Not a lot of regen down here on the secret side. We see Puppey's already bringing some more, actually bringing a salve out, but Matu has already expended all of his. It's gonna be a band of Handsken rush. That's a little bit different than I've seen from most of the PAs.
Oh. Yeah, it is. It's not sort of your standard build-up. The build-up, I'll get into that treads eventually.
Definitely interesting. Not a Wraith Band or anything like that. He doesn't want Wraith Bands. He doesn't like Wraith Bands. He just wants straight treads.
Okay. Well, mid lane Nisha is getting nice and stinky here. Nine stacks up on him. 10 stacks up on him. Oh.
But look at those last hits, though. He got his boots rushed out very early on versus this Batrider matchup, and 10-6 to the 7-1.
Well, that's true, yeah. He's really giving it to win this mid lane matchup. Start here. Top lane, I mean, Nikobaby. There's pretty much a lane where the more farms are pressured.
Absolutely. Jakiro is one of the best, if not the best, pressuring support at level 1-2. Witch Doctor, the other one. Jakiro, very good in this game for the laning phase. There is a Rubik, though, for later on that we will have to watch out for FNG covering his ice paths, because YapzOr, if he's able to get those later on, the cast range now that you get is insane with ice. Majority of the team fight. Seeing bottom, the nice plays by Handsken here, actually, using the disruption to block the hard camp while he body blocks the small camp himself. Nice clever stuff coming out from the Shadow Demon. As it will be giving S4 a very good time down bottom. 16-4. We are seeing Matu keeping up with the farm, but S4 not getting slowed down whatsoever.
No, the only one really losing out a little bit of the laning stage, it is LIMMP at the moment on that bat. All over cores. Getting pretty perfect farm. That mid lane where there's the offset.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see this matchup of like these really dominant two players who are really comfortable on the matchup. I've been seeing the good Void Spirits, they win the matchup, but the Batriders who are playing versus the worst Void Spirit, they take advantage of the Nisha, very comfortable with this matchup.
We've seen, I feel like we've seen this matchup probably the most out of
I think the most.
a lot of the mid matchups that we get. You know, Void Spirit Bat seems to be coming back again and again. And there's so many different games for both the regions.
Ooh, Puppey does get the kill onto the DD rune bottom. Handsken can't quite grab it. Both supports will be checking that one out. Important to point out is that Zai is getting a lot of farm, though, up top. Sure, they're not slowing down Nikobaby, but the fact that Tide isn't getting slowed down whatsoever is always a really good sign for the Tide Hunter. Sometimes he does suffer in some of... Bottom.
To share the field of battle with such people is an honor.
I was going to say, who's sort of going to be the one getting the best out of this game?
Oh.
Because they're going to need it. Someone's got to get it right. Against this Morph Monkey King, it's pretty essential.
It is super value, yeah. Nice build up too for his Tide Hunter. Like, it does give you everything you kind of want. You know, a little bit of armor, a little bit of stats, a little bit of regen for your mana. Very nice. As we see bounties being set up, Alliance setting themselves up for at least 3 of them. Does mean Nisha might have a slight level advantage. Actually, LIMMP's got a stack for himself to work on. So it's going to be really close between these two. But Nisha might catch 6 just a little bit before LIMMP. So waiting to see if maybe there's going to be a rotation that does look to punish with onto this Batrider. It does look like it. YapzOr maybe is making his swing over. Maybe just to grab the bounty, but...
That should help.
Nisha already getting aggressive on his own as soon as he has that 6 up. Trying to...
YapzOr swinging over.
He's got those couple of bold charges, so it's still... I think pretty high on the HP. himself a little low on mana. Commit with a full combo.
I think YapzOr should just stay around here, though. Tidon is already fine on his own. I think if he plays around mid, controls the rune, it'll be really nice for Nisha. LIMMP will see it, because that ward he does have on the high ground over there. But maybe he can at least deny the rune or something. But nope, LIMP's actually just going to go for the kill on
There he is. He's got FNG swinging over. And LIMP's going to be able to do something about YapzOr hanging around for this. Remnant, the mark as well. So LIMP, he's able to get away with that.
Oh, Nisha actually darted over, wasn't able to grab the rune. Now he's going to go back and get it. Don't let the bat right grab down, and LIMP will have to go back. They've actually done a good job of slowing down Matu down bottom, too. He's actually only at 25 last. It's the Monkey King. Does apply that pressure.
Dyer's
Silver
middle tower
corrosion. Once
is under
he has the
attack.
phase boost as well on top of that, the amount of pressure he's going to be able to put on is going to lead him to potential kill opportunities. Is nearly getting Puppey. We'll see top lane. FNG does get chased down here. His bottom Espor's getting gone on. And is he able to get the lifesteal off in time?
Radiant's top tower is under
It's not
attack.
enough. It's not enough at this moment as Matu and Puppey just commit onto him. And there's no backup around. S4 alone and taken out.
That's a pretty painful death, too. He is really owning that lane, too, so it gives a lot to MATUMBAMAN as well as Puppey. And that's, yeah, Handsken has to be more careful when Handsken is backing up and doing these stacks. It's always that push-and-pull play of the off lane that whenever your support leaves, you have to play more cautious. As Handsken shows space mid, Nisha.
He's trying to dive in for this, but he's low on the mana, Nisha. With LIMP around, he can't poke any further. They are starting to swing Zai over there. Oh, they're going to take some of these stacks away.
Just the one on that side of the mall. So LIMP will walk over, he'll see it, he'll be sad. And now Nisha making his way over perhaps as well, looking to secure the rune for this Void Spirit. As Nikobaby is getting the most freedom in the world too, you know, this morph is going to have a very solid game for himself, just what can he turn it into?
The bot's queued up.
Bot's queued up, yeah, I saw that.
I mean, why do you feel that I mean, if he does commit for that, why does he want to go that route? Like,
just be able to match the movements and I guess be able to show up to the fights when PA won't show up, because PA needs to farm Battle Fury and he needs to like match versus the recall and stuff like that. I'm not too sure. I don't know. We've been seeing a lot more bots on the carry, so maybe it's just an item that carry players like to play with lately.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, maybe especially in this sort of day and age of light dragon heroes up and around the map.
Yeah.
You sort of having to be ready, to be very, very flexible with where you're going yourself to make sure you're not caught out by the quick movements of the opponent across the map. Bottom, try and press for. They've got the backup of Nisha here as they'll commit onto him. And they're doing a good job of slowing down S4 after he had a good setup in the lane. 2 kills now that Matu's been able to pick up against this Monkey King.
He's got to play more careful. You can't be giving these kills up when you're like Nikobaby's not getting this type of freedom, not getting this type of enabling by any means. S4 has to be more cautious, has to be playing more careful until he starts getting rotations, in particular from LIMP. And LIMP, he is starting to work on these stacks. Secret does have the ward. They are looking to at least sap the experience of it.
Well, it was Zai.
Yeah.
Dyer's middle tower.
Nisha even swinging over. They're actually bringing S4 to try to cure these stacks.
Zai's got the Ravage. They're going to start going on to Zai. Can they chase for him? They do have Lasso. Zai, tough target to go on to. They're going to die. They'll knock him back with a flame break, but he'll simply pop the Ravage. Continue to step away. As the Ravage at least forced out of Zai, so something the Alliance won't have to worry about.
Yeah, they can farm their stacks uncontested, but doesn't look like Secret want to. Doesn't look like they want to actually make any type of aggressive moves onto tower already. This feels like a lot more farm-heavy game from Secret. They drafted the PA, so you know they want to take it to later stages, and you know they are 2K ahead at this 10-minute mark already, which is a really good sign. When they do have a, you know, we always have to factor in they have a Rubik versus a Jakiro. Like he's gonna get good spell stolen at some point on this YapzOr Rubik. Those team fights will be pretty hard for Alliance because they don't really have that big of a team fight lineup with the Bat Rider and Nisha. Forced to pop it.
Playing around with LIMP here. Safe way out with that haste.
I'm wondering when Nikobaby feels like he's going to be ready to actually show up. If he is going to be going for the bots,
Yeah.
build, I feel like it's going to take a very long time for him to feel ready.
Dire's top tower
And
is
it
under attack.
feels like as well, see bottom, Nisha, he's going to jump in onto S4. S4, he can't do anything against this. He's just dead.
He is just dead.
They are really shutting down S4 now this game. After, as we said, he had the lane to start off. It looked great to begin with, but now
under attack.
Secret really focusing their efforts. They see him anytime, and they realize that as a lineup, especially with Nisha making the moves, they've got very good means of bursting this Monkey King down at this stage.
They're going to need LIMP to really put the pressure on the map with this boot travel, because right now it's I'm a bit concerned because like I just don't see when Nikobaby's going to be able to do
Sure,
much
you
versus this lineup.
don't
I feel like
like
you're
the
just
bots.
giving I feel like you're giving the PA the game that he wants.
Well, yeah,
the
'cause-
PA is able to just farm Battle Fury then and get recalled all over the map and just farm
Dire's
fast.
top tower is under attack.
I mean, Matu, he's going to farm that much faster, really, isn't he? As we see mid, they get the grab onto Nisha. Nisha, he's still got a step available. He's got both. He's going to be out and away. YapzOr and Puppey by his side. I was going to say, it's going to be interesting. It's one of those things, you know, it's a bit of a different approach. And in a game, and okay, he's changed it.
He changed it.
He did
had
change.
Momentum, or
He's
he blitzed.
changed it up.
Okay.
I was
gonna
gonna say, maybe
like,
that was
this
just
is really
a-
confusing.
Yeah,
Tower
the
is under
treads into
attack.
E-Blade, the standard there. I think it would have been surprising if he went for bots. I mean, it'd be interesting to know if that was
middle
ever
tower
his,
is under
you know,
attack.
his plan, or if he just happened to have that shift blitz shot. But no, treads into E-Blade. Much more comfortable, and definitely something that
Radiant's
Alliance
bottom
are going to be able to
tower
use
has
to try and blow up, punish MATUMBAMAN at this stage where he might not have the BKB done after his Battle Fury build-up. But saying that they are going to have to be quick, because Matu's game's going very well, and he is going to be hitting some very good timings. It's 5-1, 3K lead. All three of Secret's cores right up there at the top right now.
And I think Alliance is too scared to really fight into the threat of this Ravage, which is, it's just going to give Secret a lot of control and a lot of ways to just farm around the map. With LIMP, his last was down, so it feels like they just can't do anything. As the
Radiant's
stack will get
bottom
taken from the
tower is
tide,
under attack.
continues to get enabled that much. Just giving that space, you know, Matu, there it is. Battle Fury's done, Tread's done too. Just tried to rush it as fast as possible. That's how we saw no build up, no Wraith Bands, nothing. Straight Treads into the Battle Fury.
That's paid off.
It has.
Fast time in a game where he was able to get involved in action already. 2-0-1, and with this sort of timing on the Treads Battle Fury, we'll see mid Alliance.
But they can't set up for Nisha, it's impossible. Their draft, just, especially without high points in Ice Path, it really feels just way too hard to go for this. Like, Shadow Demon and Bat Rider can't set up for that.
No, they're
They're
best.
gonna smoke.
See if they can get up here though, because Secret, they're in their own triangle, and they're not looking to be inclined to head up and show themselves up top.
No, they can recall the tide. Like, let's say the fight does kick off, Puppey's gonna recall tide, so Alliance have to be fast with their move if they make it.
Now get the catch on Puppey. They're going to drop the ults here. I mean, Puppey's dead, but I don't think Secret care about that whatsoever. As now that looks tired, S4 still sticking around, trying to stand his ground in the Wukong's command. Matu, he's already starting to have a poke at S4. S4 will be able to get the Jingu up, but they're going to have the burst in control. Nisha swings back over. S4's gone. As Alliance, they try and commit for that Puppey Keeper of the Light kill. I mean, they get the kill, but they're using everything for it. And they're losing more than they're able to take away from Secret there once again, as S4's down once more.
Secret was, they knew that move was coming. Like, Puppey was, even as he got disrupted, he actually got his spirit form off. That to me like shows that they were so ready for the play. Zai instantly TP top to come over and swing. Didn't have to use the Ravage, but just the way that they were positioned in that whole situation just shows that they read that move from Alliance perfectly.
Radiant are scanning.
We'll be able to just chill and farm. Matu, Battle Fury, we said done, level 10. He's gonna be able to pass more of his LIMP.
Trying to come out and get some bounty runes, but Secret's there waiting.
Oh, he had a stolen. Was that a stolen SD ult that he had? I didn't notice that. Oh,
He
wow,
had it
okay.
for the last bit of moves.
And now fresh stacks that Secret can actually invade into, while we see Alliance, they can't invade. They can't even walk into
I
step.
mean, what
take
can they
advantage of
do
this.
right now? Is it sort of just waiting until Nikobaby has the E-Blade and saying, right, then we'll smoke and see if we can get something done with that first big item on the morph? Because until then, we're going to struggle bringing the fight to Secret.
It still doesn't. I don't think they can fight. That's the thing. Is like Tighter, I think just poses too much of a threat versus them, really. Like I actually feel like LIMMP has to have BKB now before he can look to go for anything on Secret. They have to just make better moves around the map somehow, but it's really hard. Secret might actually threaten Roche soon too. If they just keep having this Ravage available at all times, they can just force Alliance's hand at some point. And you do not want to fight with this draft. As a Bat Rider with your mid walking into a Ravage,
Radiant's
it just
top
feels,
tower is under attack.
it feels really hard. Secret swinging down with the smoke. They know where LIMMP is. They have this lane ward. They saw him sneak into the trees. Oh, LIMMP.
They're just catching up. Both LIMMP and S4's game that needed to be, you know, sort of semi-decent to put pressure on and enable space for Nikobaby to farm, and it's getting dealt with very well by Secret. The Bat and the Monkey King just struggling to make moves. Was Secret prepared for any of them?
Yeah, just fully prepared and just reading any type of moves. And Alliance just now at this point it feels too hard for them to make moves. It's just okay, Nikobaby, get Ethereal Blade and hopefully we can win the game off some type of grabs and mess ups from Secret. Just like 7k advantage. And they just still always have Ravage. And Zai's just hanging on to it all this time too with this fresh blink dagger that he just picked up too.
Yeah, and Matu's chilling. I think, you know, you can tell he's feeling confident going for the Aghanims straight after the Battle Fury.
Got limited control for him, so if he's able to just hop from target to target, if he gets a kill, he cleans up and just jumps to the next one.
Yeah, and that dispel is going to be very nice against the Sticky and the Jakiro, you know, all sort of these dots that are going to be thrown down onto him.
So we'll have to worry, of course, versus Demonic Purge, but, you know, PA, you're mobile. You're able to jump around inside of the... And Nikobaby, okay, E-Blade is online, so let's see what they can make happen.
There we go.
There is a point right now where the PA isn't going BKB. Neither is Nisha. So they are poppable. They are able to actually die as long as Zai isn't acting as that big bruiser frontliner, which he has been. So they have to somehow get past this Tidehunter. It feels very difficult though. There's no real actual team fight of your own versus this Ravage threat. They're gonna set up for a smoke, I think.
Surely want to try. Surely the passive play is not going to benefit you if you're Alliance here.
You have to play around, like away from the Tidehunter, around your information. So whenever they do see heroes split up with wards, or if they do see the Tidehunter with the wards, they can look for plays. But this is what we're saying, you know, Secret. They're gonna set up and they're gonna force the hand of Alliance around this Roche pit.
There we go.
And this is into the Ravage that Alliance has to walk into. They're gonna need some type of blessing from them.
How do you cast
spells?
It's gonna be so hard here.
Eyes on S4.
I mean, already. They're able to get the setup onto S4. They jump over into the grab. There'll be a bit of a defensive player from Handsken with the disruption, trying to save S4. He's able to get the Wukong's command down. But Nisha's actually jumping in. He's trying to fight deep into the ult. He's going to get punished for this. Nisha will fall. A big over-commitment there from Nisha, jumping in, feeling that he had the burst damage alone to take down S4. And that was not the case by far, as that's Nisha out of this fight for 30.
I thought he'd be able to just jump away and be thankful that they Wukonged away from the pit.
He went in.
But Nisha just stays in and jumps in even further. He gets punished for it. The Lions have to be quite thankful of that there. That's 4. Oh, the boundless.
He's on to the 2 of them. Zai's still holding on to that Ravage. We're going to have Nikobaby coming from the side. Gonna get grabbed in time, so not quite able to get the E-Blade follow-up onto Puppey. The burst won't be there as Puppey's out.
That's pretty decent for Alliance, though. Actually forcing them out of that Roche pit, forcing them out of that area, getting the kill on Nisha. I think Secret just is going to walk right back into that pit pretty soon, though. They do know that lasso. I think they know that the lasso was used. I don't know if they heard it, because it was casted at the very last second of while Nisha was dying. But they should be aware at least that a couple of these ultis are down, so we'll see what they do with it.
That should help.
Alliance, they do split themselves back up. S4 going after the Witch Blade, yet to see. Top lane. Oh, Matu. Oh, okay. Easily in.
Named Oracle chose you.
You can use your blur to set up for ganks pretty nicely now. As it resets immediately afterwards, you can run away, reset too. And not go for the Roche play though. They're actually looking to pressure the lanes out a little bit more
Dire's
instead.
top tower is under attack.
You do see LIMMP in mid. He's not quite at the BKB yet. If they do see him too far up, I think Zai is going to go for the opportunity to ravage him.
They're going back for... Do they want to...
Dire's top tower is under
they still don't want to
attack.
head quite back into the pit. I mean, Matu, you
Radiant's
say
middle tower is under
He's
attack.
blur hunting.
he is. I mean, he knows that Alliance has sort of stepped back and split up. Question is, do they know that S4's in the trees still? No, S4 keep himself in.
Range creep, no. Look at that. The range creep back. The melee creeps now.
Oh, they do
They're
keep
very
sort of
aware of
swinging
him.
in. They must be catching a whiff of him when he jumps between the trees.
They're going to smoke down here to try to catch this. Puppey's going to look for him in the trees. Or actually, okay. No,
Dire's
maybe not.
middle tower
They're
is under
maybe just not
attack.
checking where the creeps are heading.
No, maybe
or
not.
at least,
Looking
you know,
like they're just grabbing the triangle.
they know it's a hard catch to get anyway.
YapzOr's still chilling over here, just waiting to stop, maybe heading him at least when he does jump in. They're all set up on mid. They see Handsken for a second.
He lays out the poison, gives up his position, and Secret collapse on him immediately. There's the DD rune as well down bottom. Certainly gives Secret
that's a
tools
sign.
to commit for the pit.
Yep. BKB on LIMMP now, though. So he has a much easier avenue to actually walk in and not have to worry about the threat of the ravage, at the very least.
He's going to have to head in soon if they want to try and stop this.
They are TPing over.
Radiant are scanning.
Nisha's running over too now with a fresh DD picked up in the bottle.
They can get in the pit in time. It's getting low.
Acropire gonna cover it pretty decently. Zai is getting low. They'll have to give some respect to it.
Radiant's
time
bottom
for-
tower is under attack.
But Handsken to get back into the action, so they've got the full team ready. Roshan is very low. Secret themselves, they know that Alliance is here as they themselves can't really head into the pit and
Radiant's
start
bottom
hitting
tower
it.
is under attack.
They only hear
He's
that.
gonna look for some information. He's walking in with the blur. Bit scared. They
Or
put
down.
down ward. They
As
jump.
soon as they get the vision, they jump immediately onto S4.
That's the best target they can get at the start of the fight. It's a big team fight for Alliance. Zai.
He's ready to
facing forward.
set it onto Handsken. Handsken
Radiant's middle
gonna get
tower
taken out.
is
It's two
under
quick
attack.
kills for Secret and Nisha. He's got the setup for more Yules. Into the Remnant, LIMMP. Getting burst out, holding back a little bit. They're doing oh god, the BKBs. It doesn't even matter. BKB ain't gonna do anything anyway. With crits like that, as Matu just jumps in, cuts off his head.
Just such a quick move. The swing over, the ward gets placed down, and there's no hesitation. They just instantly jump because they saw the best target. They see the Monkey King, he is that team fight for Alliance to bring them together. And they do follow up, get the bat, get themselves Aegis.
Yeah.
It really does feel like it is going to be Nikobaby having to pull out some hero.
He literally only discusses the damage there, both for a crit. He gets the crit on the dagger, and he jumps in, boom, first hit. Have another crit, sir.
Just PA things.
Matu, master of the RNG here on this hero.
It feels like it happens every time, let's be honest. Playing versus PA.
Yeah, when
Unless
you're
PA.
playing against it. Yeah, sometimes when I'm playing it, I have to check that I
Dire's
skilled
top
the ult.
tower is under attack.
I'm like, hang on, where are these crits?
That is true, I do have to check your...
Dire's structures are fortified.
Hey, I'll let you know, my 4440 build will catch on one day. Woke up from Alliance.
Looking to set up Zai still always has the Ravage ready. Alliance really trying to get themselves...
Again. The Ravage is out, and straight away the fight starts with a dead Monkey King. S4's down, Matu's cleaning up the backlines, he takes down Handsken. Nikobaby will be able to get in and burst down Puppey, but that's it. That's all he's getting. He's not getting anything else out of this as they immediately surround him. It's a triple kill for Matu. As we do seem to be taking
Dire's
another
top
page
tower
out of
is under
the book that was
attack.
game one.
Yep. This is just a really dominant showing from Secret. No mercy, really, Alliance. And just been Nikobaby getting all the space in the world from this.
That should
Alliance
help.
just can't fight. S4 every single time now has been
Dire's
jumped.
top
Even when
tower
the
has
fight went
fallen.
badly, right? As soon as they identify, as soon as they see the Monkey King, that's priority number one in these fights. If he doesn't get Wukong's off, Alliance has nothing in them.
I mean,
Dyer's
why
middle
is this
tower is
this
under
sort of
attack.
ending up, being as hard as it is for S4? Is it just sort of that he is their only real front line, but at the same time, hero-wise, this hero is not really kitted out to sort of get in there and
Radiant
face
are
the brunt of the attack the Secret's bringing.
Dyer's middle
You
tower
answered your question
has
yourself, yeah. He is the
Radiant's
front line.
bottom
He has
tower
to be the
is
team
under
fighter,
attack.
but also the frontliner, and they also don't have an initiator because they don't have the blink bat. And he took a long time to get BKB versus all of these disables that he has to worry about. These instant disables, in Rubik, Tide Ravage, Aether Remnant, all very quick for her bat to deal with. And I mean, Secret's just swinging across the map so quickly. The power of Coddle really does come into play too.
These items from Matu coming out at a ridiculous time. I mean, he's got 5k ahead of Nikobaby. It's just boom, Battle Fury, boom, Ags, boom, BKB. Oh, what's that? There's also a Bash on the courier, boom.
It really just does feel like Alliance can't do much.
FNG? Oh no! Oh, good night. Good night,
boy.
sir.
Assassination
Godlike.
at its finest.
Godlike. 26 minutes in, Matu back on the same form that we saw in the game 1 trop. Whoa!
Oh, they messed up the shotgun.
They messed up the combo as he's going to be able to pop the BKB and start killing them all. As he's in onto Handsken. As, yeah, this is getting a little messy. They're throwing in buybacks. Are they going to be able to turn it? They're dragging him in with the lasso. They're able to get him down to half HP, but Mata, he's still good to go. He's in onto S4. The bashes are there. As that was not how it was supposed to go there for Alliance.
Oh no, and they get Nikobaby as well. Is he going to be able to retreat?
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
That might be where you call it.
That was a rough one. I mean, to be fair, he had the aces. So let's say they
did
don't.
as well.
Let's say they don't. Throw that combo completely out the window and lead it in with a disruption E-Blade. Oops, we've used everything at the same time.
Dyer's bottom tower.
Then they kill him once. He's probably going to kill them anyway afterwards. So maybe they can
Dyer's
find some sort of
bottom
respite in the
tower
fact
is
that
under attack.
even if they had landed that combo, they probably would have still lost the fight.
I think it's those desperate moves where you want to just try to get anything you can, get any type of kill, reset the fight as LIMP tries to find
It's
some
falling
stuff
apart.
out on the map, and
Well,
it's completely over.
at least we got an exciting game to it, So, kudos to Secret for giving us that. Game 1 and Game 3 was Secret back to business, as it seems that this game, quite like the first game, seems pretty impossible right now for Alliance.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I was like, I'm so confused. How does Morphling have Aether Remnant? He stole it from the
Dyer's middle
Morphling. How does
tower
Rubik
is
have
under
Aether Remnant? He
attack.
stole it from the Morphling when he turns into it. Yeah, Secret. This one they've just had full control, really. It's like just these ravages, just the threat of their team fight has been too much.
Dyer's middle
The Bat
tower
Rider, it
is
feels like
under
he had to own the lane.
Matu's
He did
in.
it.
He's under tier 4s. He's ready to go. He's able to take down Handsken. He pops the BKB. He's going to look towards LIMP. Nikobaby's going to stun into the PA. As the age is timed out, but Secret, they're keeping tabs of that. Matu's starting to back away. Elias desperately trying to chase in with the E-Blade, but he's off to the side. They're going to dagger down Ice Path as well. They're moving in onto Matu. Can they kill this PA? No.
Jumping away.
He's away once more. Over towards Puppey. He goes. Matu's out. Now they're ready to turn. Woo! Matu's back in. Ravage out. Edzai is ready to go for more. There's the backup required as they jump in onto S4. A Wukong's command comes immediately to an end. As it's getting messy.
Into the fourth staff. Okay, they're trying
They're
for
going
Nikobaby
in.
as well.
They're going in deep here under the tier 4s.
Dyer's middle tower.
They've got the control on Nikobaby. Playing around with this morph. He's trying to get back towards his fountain. They're not going to let him. They're not going to let him. As Matu's in with the bashes, they're calling it. They want the pain to end here, Alliance. As game 3, it was another game 1 hit. As Secret just coming out on another level. And just never a chance in this game, it seemed, for Alliance. Never a chance at all.
It seemed like when, we saw the Monkey